14 legendary heroes get summoned for a magical war. 7 of them are instantly relegated to jobber status for the other 7. Welcome to the Fate franchise's biggest, dumbest, and most spectacular bar fight. So the premise is a great holy grail war. Forget the 7-person free-for-all. This time, it's 2 teams of 7, red versus black, like the world's most violent game of chess sponsored by a mana factory. On paper, it's an epic concept that promises strategic, large-scale battles. In practice, it's like trying to follow 22 toddlers in a bouncy castle after they've all had sugar. The show introduces more characters in its first episode than most anime do in a full season, and expects you to care about all of them. Good luck with that. And who's our guide through this glorious mess? Sieg, a homunculus who escapes a test tube with the personality of a room temperature glass of water. His entire character arc is going from must survive to must save everyone, because a hot French saint looked at him twice. He's a black hole of charisma who sucks the life out of every scene, all while getting gifted the powers of one of the coolest servants for free. I've seen more compelling character development in a pop-up ad. He is the single greatest argument for skipping the dialogue in this show. Thankfully, the show has characters who actually have a pulse. The red faction is stacked with absolute units. You've got Mordred, the gremlin knight with daddy issues, and her master Kyrie, a duo that has more chemistry than the entire black team combined. Then there's Karna, the demigod of unstoppable laser beams, and Achilles, the pretty boy hero who is so fast the animation has to buffer. These servants are the reason you watch. They carry the show on their backs so hard, they probably need a chiropractor, especially after lifting our protagonist through the plot. Meanwhile, the black faction feels like they were picked last in gym class. Astolfo is obviously the breakout star, and let's be honest, he's here for the memes and the merch sales. But what about everyone else? Siegfried, the legendary dragon slayer, exists for exactly 3 episodes before he performs a self-yeet to power up Sieg. Chiron is a fantastic mentor character who gets criminally underused. And Fran, my poor sweet murder zombie, deserved so much better than her tragic, nonsensical end. It's a team full of wasted potential and forgotten plot threads. Trying to keep this circus in order is Jeanne d'Arc, the ruler class servant. Her job is to be an impartial referee. She fails spectacularly within 5 minutes of meeting Sieg. Her neutrality crumbles faster than a cookie in milk as she instantly develops a baffling crush on our cardboard hero and dedicates her existence to protecting him. While her internal struggle with her host body, Laetitia, is mildly interesting, her main role in the plot is to gasp Sieg's name and occasionally use her ultimate move, which is basically a holy suicide bomb. Great refereeing, 10-10. But let's be real, you're not here for the plot, you're here for the Sakuga. And my god, does Apocrypha deliver. A1 Pictures clearly funneled their entire annual budget into about 15 total minutes of animation. And every second is pure, uncut visual cocaine. The duels between Karna and Siegfried, Achilles and Chiron, and basically any time Mordred uses her noble phantasm are jaw-dropping. It's a dazzling light show of explosions, particle effects, and impossible choreography that makes you forget how dumb the story is. It's the definition of style over substance, and I am here for it. Every story needs a good villain, and Apocrypha just sort of forgot to include one. At first, it's Darnik, the head of the Black Faction, but he gets absorbed by Dracula and dispatched halfway through. The real final boss is Shirou Kotamine, whose grand plan is to save humanity by using the Grail to make everyone immortal and without desire. It's one of those anime villain plans that sounds deep for 5 seconds until you realize it's monumentally stupid, and his sidekick is Shakespeare, who literally just follows the action around narrating it like a sports commentator. Peak fiction. With this many characters, the pacing was doomed from the start. The show moves at a breakneck speed, jumping between a dozen different perspectives without giving any of them room to breathe. Character motivations flip on a dime. The rules of the war are treated more like friendly suggestions. Important plot points are resolved off-screen, yet we have plenty of time for Sieg to stare at his hands and ponder the meaning of life. You need a flowchart and a bottle of aspirin to keep track of who is fighting who and why. So, what's the final takeaway? Apocrypha is a beautiful, glorious, high-budget train wreck. It's loud, it's dumb, and it's ridiculously entertaining if you turn your brain off. It's the Michael Bay movie of the Fate universe. The ending sees Sieg turn into a literal dragon to fly the Grail to the reverse side of the world, which is the perfect, nonsensical capstone to this entire journey. Don't watch it expecting a masterpiece like Zero. Watch it with friends, make fun of the plot, and scream during the fight scenes. Before we wrap, a few words on this beautiful mess. This 25-episode series was unleashed upon the world in 2017 by A1 Pictures, known for throwing bags of money at their action scenes. They were adapting the original light novels by Yuichiro Higashide, and director Yoshiyuki Asai was the poor soul tasked with corralling this absolute zoo of characters into a coherent story. For a fantasy action drama, it certainly delivered on the action and drama parts, even if the drama was mostly me groaning at the protagonist. So, is Apocrypha a secret masterpiece or just eye candy? Let me know your hot takes in the comments below. Thanks for watching this deep dive on Top Screen Tales. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and tell me, what film, anime, or series should I absolutely tear apart next?